$90,000. That's how much money I've made using OddsJam, and I have the verified proof to show you. I didn't get lucky and hit on some crazy 10-leg parlay. Here's the screenshot from my OddsJam dashboard. Then I also utilize a third-party bet tracker called Pickett, and these results can't be faked. But here's what's crazy. In the beginning, I almost quit sports betting entirely because I was consistently losing, and I found out that I was making one critical mistake that 99% of sports bettors make, and I'll reveal what that was later. My name's Billy Collins, and I've been a sharp sports bettor for almost 4 years. It doesn't matter what sport I'm wagering on, I consistently turn a profit. Like with Major League Baseball, I've made over $8,000. College football, I made almost $9,000. NFL anytime touchdown scores, almost $4,000. You want to bet on parlays? I love to bet on parlays. Made almost $14,000. Even tennis. This year, I've made almost $2,000. But most people are only using one strategy when they're sports betting, when actually there's 4 different strategies that I use to make consistent profits off of these sports books. So in this video, I'm going to break down each step. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to attack these sports books. No matter if you're more of a conservative or aggressive sports bettor, I got you covered. So let's jump into the first strategy, which is a strategy I used in the month of March exclusively for pre-match and live betting, which was arbitrage betting. And I earned over $15,000 in the month of March day trading the sports books, making risk-free profit. Arbitrage betting is a strategy where we're placing 2 bets on 2 different sports books. We are hedging our bet, meaning we're going to place a bet on the winning side and the losing side. We don't know which side's going to win or lose, but because all of these sports books set different prices or odds on their own, we can lock in a guaranteed profit. So over here on NoVig, you would place a $100 wager on Brittany Sykes to make 2 3-pointers or more in the basketball game. Then over on FanDuel, you're going to place a wager for her to make 1 3-pointer or less in the game. Again, our total investment in this wager is $195. No matter if she goes over or under, we're going to receive our $195 back plus $5 in profit. So the beautiful thing with arbitrage betting is the more money that you invest into this play, the more money that you can make. So if we wager $250 on NoVig, $235 on FanDuel, we're making $14 in profit. Again, we're making just under a 3% return off of our investment. So the more money that we have, the more money that you can make. With this play, when you're looking at the over on her threes, you could see that DraftKings, Hard Rock, all ESPN Bet, NoVig, they all have different prices or odds. So sometimes these books get really out of sync with one another, and OddsJam is the software that I use that searches and scans all of these sports books to find the biggest discrepancies. As you could see in real time, FanDuel literally just changed their odds from plus 112 to plus 104. So now our return on our investment isn't nearly as profitable. We still have an opportunity with ESPN Bet to make some risk-free cash, but it's not going to be worth our time because this is just now a 1% return off of our investment, whereas a few seconds ago, we had a 3% return. So with this type of strategy, these plays are updating and prices are updating in real time like the stock market. So the software does all the work for us, where the more sports books that you have accounts with, the more money that you can make. Obviously on this left-hand side is our return off of our investment. So as you can see, guys, with a lot of these arbitrage plays, we might have 5 or 10 minutes for these plays to actually stay out here until one of these or both of these sports books realize that they're mispriced with the rest of the market. So you do have to move swiftly, but the beautiful part with this strategy is that you're not going to lose money. This is a 100% risk-free way to make profits. You're day trading the sports books. So the beautiful thing with this strategy is you don't need to know anything about the players, the teams, the leagues. All you need to know is how to utilize this software so that when you spot an inefficiency in the market, you can go ahead and pounce to make guaranteed profit. Now, as you can see right here at the top, we are currently focused on pre-match arbitrage. These games have not started yet. When we click over to live, the return on your investment is even higher. As you can see, we're day trading the books while the games are going on. The Pirates and the Diamondbacks game is going on currently in the 4th inning. These are various different opportunities that you can day trade these sports books going back and forth. Now, one of my favorite things that I love to do with live is over in the in-game status, you can switch this over to stoppage. And this is great for basketball and football. Anytime there's a timeout, halftime, quarter break, whatever the case may be, maybe it's just a commercial break, you can hit up a bunch of ARBs live with this play. Also with baseball, while the games are going on within an inning break, this is an opportunity for you to arbitrage as well, but taking advantage of the stoppage tool. Also, depending on where you live, what sports books that you have. As you can see, I'm in Arizona. I have a lot of various different options, but I also utilize a lot of offshore sports books as well. More books, more opportunities equals more money in my pocket, right? Now, when you come to markets, I prefer to go after mainline markets and player props. I typically stay away from alternate markets. When I mean main markets, guys, we're talking about money lines, point spreads, total runs, total games. Those are those types of markets. Player props, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? But you can hone in with OddsJam software to look at specific leagues, specific markets. There's a lot of things that you can do with this software. So if you want to try this software 1 week for free and then save 35% off your first month, use code BillyC. It will be linked in the description. Now, my favorite strategy that I love to utilize to make profits outside of arbitrage is positive expected value betting. And this is the second strategy that I use where we're getting paid out more than what we should. So looking at Chet Holmgren right here to make 2 3-pointers or more in the game, all the software does is search and scan all of the sportsbooks lines and options, and then just shows us that on a $100 wager over at Hard Rock, we're going to get paid out $100 for Holmgren to make 2 3-pointers or more in the basketball game. Well, that same $100 wager over at FanDuel is going to pay us out $120. We're literally getting paid out an extra $20 on the same $100 wager just by placing this bet over at FanDuel. So the idea behind this strategy is that because we're getting paid out more than what we should, the bets that win, as we're placing a one-sided bet here, right? We're just placing the over on FanDuel. This little extra money that we get paid out really adds up over the course of 100, 500, 1,000, 10,000 wagers. The beautiful thing here with OddsJam software is the one-click bet feature, where I go ahead and click the bet button, and then this is automatically going to pull the wager up for me over at FanDuel. As you can see right here, the selection is already made. I'm verifying my location. Once I see that this is here, we're going to take a look and see that I have almost a 6% edge on this play, right? So the idea behind this play is that a very sharp sports book like Pinnacle or Circa is going to tell us what we really should be getting paid out, or the price that we should be receiving. We're receiving great value for our money, and so OddsJam's recommending that I wager $420. So over here on Chet Holmgren, I go ahead and place this wager for $420, and within a matter of seconds, I identified an incredible play that we're receiving a great price on, took a look at the rest of the sports betting market, saw that we were receiving a great price, used the one-click bet feature, and locked in incredible value. And so with all these arbitrage and positive expected value bets, the bet tracker here at OddsJam is free. I click the plus sign. Everything is already loaded up for me. All I have to do is hit track my wager. Now you can see here at the bottom that this is added into my bet tracker, so I don't have to go to all of my various sports books to take a look at what's going on in terms of my open and settled bets between maybe a DraftKings and a FanDuel. It's all in one convenient location. Arbitrage and positive EV betting are the two strategies that I use the most each day to rake in profits off of the sports books. Utilizing a software like OddsJam does all the work for me. I don't have time to look at DraftKings, FanDuel, and ESPN Bet and look at the hundreds of thousands of different betting options out there to figure out if I'm receiving great value. The software does all the work for me, and so something that I wasn't doing early on in my sports betting career that was killing me was, number one, I was only placing parlays, and that's a recipe for disaster. You want to stick to straight wagers. That's going to provide you more consistent results. Number two, I wasn't price shopping or ruthlessly line shopping, right? This is no different than when you go shopping. You're looking for the best price possible. You're looking for value for your dollar. Well, these sports books have different odds, and so not taking advantage of the best price when I'm placing a wager was leaving serious money on the table when it comes to my bottom line. If you found value in the content thus far, make sure to smash that subscribe button, click that thumbs up button, and tap that bell notification so you don't miss the next video that I release. The third strategy that doesn't get talked talked about it all and is crucial when you're starting out sports betting looking to build that bankroll is promo conversions, these profit boosts, these bonus bets. This is literal free cash that the sports books are handing out to you, and you need to know how to convert the promo cash into real cash. Again, the software does all the work for us. In the top left-hand corner, I'm on Promo Finder, and I can see between the sports books or the DFS apps like Prize Picks and Underdog, the various different promos that are out there for me here in Arizona. But if you don't live in Arizona, just come to the top right-hand corner and click on the state or country where you live in, and you'll be able to see the various promos. This is literal free cash that the sports books are handing out. So now that we've identified the promos with the books, we come over to the promo converter, where this tool is going to do all the work for us in converting this promo into real cash. Once we click on promo converter, we're going to see the various different opportunities where we can convert this money into guaranteed profit, meaning that we place our $10 bonus bet over on DraftKings for Tavares to hit a home run in this Nationals-Mariners game. Over at No Vig, we place a wager on him to not hit a home run. Again, we're hedging our bet. Now, in this example, we're going to place $70 of our actual cash on this bet. So no matter what happens, whether he hits a home run or he doesn't, we're going to convert 90.09% of this $10 bonus bet into guaranteed cash, or look at it as $9.09 of this $10 bonus bet will be converted into real money. And so the beautiful thing here is if you click on these three lines to the filter section, you can come over to the sports books and just select the books that you actually have accounts with, and then the software will tell you the available different opportunities that you can convert this promo. But you want to make sure that you're going after the highest percentage right here in green. This is what's most important, because while this Tavares play is going to get you 90% of this $10 converted, if you take a lower percentage, like down here on Nathan Luke's, this is only going to convert 76.45%. So you're leaving a little bit of profit on the table. So you want to make sure you're going after the highest percentage plays. The fourth and final strategy that can be very lucrative is middle betting. Now, this doesn't get talked about a lot, but utilizing a software, again, with these books setting their odds and prices and lines on their own, we can find opportunities where these books get really out of sync. And the beautiful thing with all of the tools that I've showcased so far on OddsJam is that you can create specific filters. You don't have to sit out here on this tool on your computer or phone and click refresh. You can simply just type in middle with a bunch of dollar signs, click save, and then you're automatically going to receive an email anytime opportunities pop up. Whether for arbitrage, positive EV, or promos, guys, you can set up various different notifications so that once you receive that email, bingo, you know exactly where you can go to find an opportunity. So right here with this first quarter total points, this is an opportunity where the line is just mispriced between Bet365 and DraftKings. What do I mean? When we click on the purple calculator, if we wager $250 on DraftKings and $210 on Bet365, no matter how many points are scored in this first quarter, we're going to make a profit of almost $10. Again, if you only have maybe $25 to bet on one book, I would highly recommend that you round up, put this at $21. You're going to make a small profit no matter what. But if exactly 42 points are scored in this first quarter, you're going to receive your money back over at DraftKings. This is considered a push. You would receive your $25 back, but you're going to win the wager over at Bet365 because the over hit, right? 42 points were scored. That's more than 41.5. You win the over on Bet365. You're getting your money refunded to you on DraftKings. This is an extremely low risk, very high reward strategy where you're looking to hit a window or a middle opportunity. As these books have their odds mispriced with their lines, this is how you can swoop in to make really easy profits. When it comes to arbitrage, positive EV, and middle betting, get your feet wet with pre-match betting before the game starts. Once you get the hang of it, live betting is truly where your ROI can soar. And that's where you can rake in a lot of money off of these books. Because things are moving so quickly, you can snag some incredible opportunities. My email is linked in the description below. Do not hesitate to reach out with any questions at all. Now, one of my favorite strategies that I talked about was positive expected value betting. We're placing one bet on a sports book, but we're receiving an incredible payout. Positive EV betting with a software is top-down sports betting. And I've created an entire free course that's going to show you exactly what I look for, the odds range, the sports books, what markets that we're going to profit off of to make it very simple and easy for you. Click this video right here that's going to walk you through the entire strategy. It's literally the cheat code to get you ahead of 99% of sports bettors that try this strategy out. You're also going to have access to my mistakes and failures, where I tell you exactly what you shouldn't do because I made those mistakes when I first got started. So you're going to avoid all the roadblocks and get ahead to the front of the line right away, being able to know exactly how to pick off these sports books. No matter what sport is in season, you're going to have a profitable strategy.